Printmaking, a popular art form, can be divided into 4 basic methods: serigraph, woodcut, lithograph, and intaglio. To understand how they differ and how each is created, we shall watch 4 artists at work. A serigraph is made by forcing ink through tightly stretched silk. Different materials can be used to block out designs. Glue, various chemicals, self-adhering paper, any kind of paper may be cut or torn and attached to the silk screen. Other blocking out materials are crayon and touche, a greasy substance. A picture is made by forcing thick ink around the blocked out design and through the fine mesh of the silk. Each method of blocking out the screen will produce a different effect. The glue, special chemicals, plain cut paper, and self-adhering materials. A woodcut can be made from any material suitable for carving: wood, linoleum, plaster, plastic, or any similar material. First, the artist draws the design on the wood. Then he uses a sharp knife to outline the drawing. When lightly inked, this outline separates the design from the background. Special knives and gouges are used to remove the wood around the design. The result is a raised surface to which ink is applied. When transferred to paper, the design will be a mirror image of the original drawing. Each tool creates a different effect. A lithograph is made on the flat surface of a special limestone. The artist draws directly on the stone using touche in pencil, crayon, and liquid form. Various textures are created with these materials. Talcum powder acts as a base to set the greasy drawing in the stone. Chemicals prevent the drawing from dissolving and also cause the blank parts of the limestone to attract water. Cleaning solvent is used to remove surface grease. This cleaning does not affect the drawing. The blank parts of the stone can still attract water. Later, the oily printing ink will stick only where the original drawing was made. Now the stone is ready to ink. The stone is wet. The ink sticks to the greasy part of the stone, but not to the wet part. Blotters and a special fiber board placed over the paper will equalize the pressure during printing. The artist positions these under the scraper bar of the press. Textures on the print are exactly the same as those on the stone. Intaglio is a whole group of processes: dry point, mezzotint, engraving, etching, and aquatint. In all of them, the design is cut below the surface of a thin, stiff piece of material, in this case copper. Dry point is scratching the surface with a sharp instrument. Mezzotint is roughing up the surface with a tool called a rocker. Engraving is actually digging out the material. Etching is a chemical way of cutting below the surface of a metal plate. A layer of waxy material is put on the copper. The design is made by removing the wax to expose the bare metal. Acid etches or eats into the metal where the waxy coating was removed. The plate is cleaned. A stiff ink, softened by heat, is forced into the cuts. When the plate is wiped, the ink remains in the crevices. Aquatint is another chemical way of cutting below the surface. Powdered resin is dusted on the plate. When the plate is heated, the resin melts and adheres to it, creating a texture of little dots. The artist can add designs to the texture with other acid-resistant materials. The plate is put in acid. Then it is cleaned. The copper under the drawing and under the resin particles has not been eaten away by the acid. After inking, the plates are ready to print. A felt blanket is put on top of the dampened paper. These are rolled through the press under great pressure, forcing the paper into the cuts where it picks up the ink. Each method of making the crevice produces a different effect. dry point and mezzotint, engraving, aquatint, and etching. You have seen the 4 basic methods of making prints: serograph, woodcut, lithograph, intaglio. Understanding how prints are made will add to your enjoyment of them and perhaps encourage you to become a printmaker yourself.